Hi, everyone. Sue Matsuki here with the Sue's views on promoting when you're going out of town. As we all know, it's hard enough to promote a show here in New York where everybody knows us and we call upon our friends and family. But what do you do when you're going out of town and you know no one? Well, the first thing I do is joined every single Facebook group that I could that was located in that town. I had just come back from London and did a gig at Crazy Coq's to a near full room, which surprised us, pleasantly surprised us, I might add. But I joined 4 or 5 singing groups based in London, and I did this. I did not post my postcard and flyer every single time. The first week, I posted my postcards, and the second week, I posted the postcards to 2 other groups, and the third week, I posted the postcard to 2 other groups. Then the first group that I hit, I then posted a little clip of me singing, saying, hey, rather than post my flyer again, I'm going to show you what I do. And then did the second group, and then did the third group. The third week, I promoted with a little quote from the actual show. This is what they're saying. Please join us on such and such a date at such and such a time at Crazy Coq's. So you don't want to inundate someone to the point of being overly aggressive. There's a fine point between being tenacious and being, obnoxious. So you have to walk that fine line, and you shouldn't post the same thing in the same group every single week, because there's an assumption that a lot of people will be in those groups, and then it just shuts everybody off. So I did this layering thing where I kind of rotated the different kinds of PR I was going to do each week, and that seemed to be very successful. You need to go onto those groups and touch base. When you get a notice from someone else saying, hey, I'm singing such and such a place, go on and say something like, oh, I'm going to be there until the 5th. How I wish I could stay and see your show. It sounds incredible. Be interactive with anything that happens on those groups here and there to show that you're part of the group without just wanting to use them for your own personal PR, and touch base with a few folks. Touching base with one of those people, for example, could mean that they like, God, this is a nice person. They're going to be here for that one night from New York. Let me go check out their show. You never know what's going to bring someone in to see a show. The other thing that I would do is tell the club, especially if you're checking in to see how many seats you've sold right up until the night of the show, tell the club to please paper, because they will send out like 5 invitations to a place like Audience Extras, for example, to 3 different entities. So maybe it's 10 or 15 seats that you're not going to be getting any money for. But those 10 or 15 seats could be 10 or 15 people who like what you did and will buy a ticket the next time you come to town. It's all about playing to as many people in that room as you can, word of mouth, of course. Do your best work and show up as a professional. Come with your lighting tech sheet ready to go, your song list, be ready to do your whole show and show up for your tech on time. Just act as the professional that we all know you are and can be. It speaks volumes to a club and to a tech director who gets a sheet from you that's all prepared, that tells them exactly what they need from you, because it just automatically shows that you're a professional, and that it will make their job easier. And the easier you make their job, the easier and the more likely you will be invited back to perform at that club again. The other thing I would suggest that you do is ask for favors. I asked several of the very famous people I know who live half-time over there, and several other people who I know perform there, would you kindly just forward my little blurb to your group of people that you play to over there in London? Most everyone said that they would, which was lovely. And 2 of my friends even held up my postcard, which I sent over there before my gig, held up my postcard from stage when they were playing at Crazy Coq's and said, hey, this is a friend of mine. She's here on the 5th. Come to see her. However, and whatever happened, I don't know, but I do know that I walked into a room of about 70-ish people in a room that seats 75, and I was delightfully shocked. So you have to do the work in order to get the results. And doing the work means advertising everywhere. Instagram and LinkedIn, and some of you do the Twitter thing. I'm not really big on Twitter, but the other 2 are international entities as well. and say something like, hey to all my London peeps, or hey to all my Miami peeps, or hey to all my LA folks. Specifically target your message to who it is you want to reach for whatever show you're doing in the locale that you're doing it. Other than that, I'd say just keep your shoulder to the grindstone and do the work and show up as the pro that you are, and good luck. If you have any other questions, please let me know, sumatsuki@aol.com, or if you have any other topics that you'd like me to cover, just send me an email and say, hey, could you do a Sue's Views on this particular topic? There'll be more coming down the road. Thank you. Join us on the 1st and the 15th of every month for a new posting, and welcome to Sue's Views, part of Sue's Muse, right here on Nightlife Exchange. Have a great day, everyone.